And it's quite nice to be involved in that because, like you said, it is cutting edge. It feels like we're doing things that haven't been done before. So, you do a reserve, and reserving's been done for the past, 50 years. Yeah. With short-term life, even further back, 200 years of, it's a well-worn path. But here you're doing something that it's the same skill set, same tools, but you're applying it in a different context. And I find that, quite enjoyable. To go through some of the high-level products. So when I joined, one of the first things I needed to work on was a new rewards program. And I'd never even looked at client data at this level before, and understanding how people behave and how do they respond to changes, and how do you design an incentive scheme that is both rewarding and gives value to people and encourages behavior that makes it feasible or commercial for the bank to fund. That was, very interesting work. And then along the way, there have also been cases where business has come to us with a problem where there isn't a known answer. We don't know how to do it. And you have to create a new approach for the first time. And often the first thing you do is wrong.
Yeah.
And being able to test whether what you did is correct or not is really important. I think actuaries are quite good at that. I did
They're monitoring aspect.
Yeah. So yesterday I did a thing, and there's the easiest way to explain it is we are linking two sets of data, and they are type 1 and type 2 errors. So they are false positives and false negatives. So you want to kind of optimize your error rate. And when this had been done in the past, people did their best attempt at the link, but didn't quite look at the performance of it. So some people were very conservative, we'll set a threshold so that there are absolutely no errors, but as a result, they only could match 20 to 30% off what they needed.
Yeah, which is not actually that helpful.
Yeah, because there were lots of false negatives where something was slightly off, and so it didn't connect. If you pull the threshold too far down, it goes the other way. You get too many
and
errors.
The state is not credible.
Yeah, and then it's not credible. So when I was working on is finding a way to optimize that threshold.
Sure.
And it's a weird technical thing, but what the business needs it for is to look at usage of a specific product, because we need to consider whether it is commercial or not. And we don't have sight of that right now. So there is business value at the end of it, but what I really enjoyed there was the technical thing. And this is something I think only as it actually, when you look back at that whole control cycle where you go, I've done the thing, now I monitor and test, does it actually work? And based on that, I go and I refine again.
Yeah. And I think what's quite interesting about that is when you monitor it, you also find new problems. So it feeds back, right? And you're like, oh, okay, wait, the problem that I defined, which you keep saying, this is something that you think about so often, is, oh, I didn't define my problem correctly, and therefore my solution didn't make sense because I didn't actually fully understand my problem. And then you sort of iterate through that. And I don't know if we ever stop iterating through that.
No, you almost never stop.
So constantly you're around and around and around.
Yeah, I wake up sometimes and I'm thinking of a piece I did months ago. That it's done. The decision's made. So I was like, ooh, I could have actually done that slightly different. And you're always going to have that benefit of hindsight when you work.
But thank you so much. I think this has been really, really insightful. And thank you for making the time. I know that you are very busy. And so honestly, I appreciate it so much. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation. And to our listeners, thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you in the next episode. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and leave a review on your preferred streaming platform. If you'd like to interact with us more, or add questions or topics to our pool of ideas, please follow our Instagram page at AS4Actuary or email us on asforactuary@gmail.com. Thank you for listening. Take care.